Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halaki from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, with another lesson. And in this lesson, this is going to be another installment of the Most High's track record is impeccable, where I go into and show you how the Most High spoke and things have come to pass. And you know, and this is just a series I'm doing to show people that, man, hey, the Most High has never lied when it came to him doing something or him speaking something. And that's why one of my favorite scriptures is Numbers 23:19. We'll start off with this and we'll get into the lesson. It says what? Numbers 23:19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken and shall he not make it good? Slug it. And that's just what it is. If the Most High has said he's going to do something, that's what's going to be done. Another one of my favorites that I've been bringing out a lot lately is this Isaiah 46 as well. And we'll start at verse 10. It says what? Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. And that's what's happening. The Most High has declared the end from the beginning. Everything that has happened over there in court, the entire course of human history has been ordained to come to pass by the Most High. And this is what a lot of people fail to realize. They really think that they're just moving along in their existence and is all what they want it to be. They have free will, and you know these natural disasters or these major judgments are just a chance happening or a coincidence. No, man, it's the will of the Most High playing out. Now, what we're going to go into today is what the Most High pronounced against Sodom and Gomorrah, to show you that every time the Most High said he was going to do something, it was done. You see? Now, what we're going to do is, it's lucky, I ain't yawned all day. And as soon as it's time to do a video, here this shit come. But we're going to start in Genesis 13 and 13. It says what? But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before Yahweh exceedingly. We have to start off with that. You see, because this is why the judgment came upon Sodom and Gomorrah the way it did. Because they were wicked. You see? And there's always going to be a punishment for wickedness. And the Most High pronounced judgment against Sodom and Gomorrah and those neighboring cities because of the madness they were doing there. You see? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to jump forward to Genesis, because I did it. This was part of my reading today. Genesis, Genesis 18 and 16. Now, this is with the when the angels and the Lord were communing with Abraham, right? So this whole situation where Abraham's name was changed, so forth and so on, and now they're communing with Abraham, and this is what they tell him, or this is what happens. Genesis 18 and 16, it says, and the men rose up from thence and looked toward Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And Yahweh said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Which he's talking about what? The destruction that he was going to bring upon Sodom and Gomorrah. Now listen. 18. seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. Verse 19, for I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of Yahweh, and do justice and judgment, that Yahweh may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. And Yahweh said, because of the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous. You see that? The Most High was not with Sodom and Gomorrah. The Most High was not with Sodom and Gomorrah in no shape, form, or fashion. You see? It says what? I will go down now, verse 21, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. So he was going to send the angels down there to basically pull a recon mission to see all the madness that was going on. And guess what? That same thing is happening here in this current world, especially in the Western world, especially in Babylon the Great. This is why that's why you're seeing, when you go look up where the most so-called UFO sightings are happening, they're happening here in America. Why? Because the angels are coming down here and recording all the wickedness here in this place. You see? Bringing a report back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah of all the madness going on. This is what he did in Sodom and Gomorrah. You see? Verse 22 goes on to say what? And the men turned their faces, these are angels. It says what? And the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom, but Abraham stood before Yahweh. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee, to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And that's exactly what's going to be done. You see? That's exactly what's going to be done. Now, as a nation, we were judged all together, even those of us who were trying to do right, because that was a part of the Most High story. But here in this last time, you see, the Most High is not going to punish the righteous with the wicked. Just like the Most High saved Lot from amongst those wicked-ass men in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. The Most High is going to save, just like he saved Lot out of that destruction, he's going to save the righteous out of it as well, man. It tells us that in, oh, man. Oh, yeah. I got it. Because that's what Abraham was inquiring about. There it is. Yep. This is Jeremiah 31:29. It says, in those days they shall no more say, the fathers have eaten a sour grape and the children's teeth are set on the edge. You see, meaning what? The fathers ate of the sour grape, and their children are having bear the brunt of it. Just like we had to in the ancient times. If you understand reincarnation, we are being punished right now because of our past sins. And the entire nation fell into that state. You see? From the prophets to the kings to the princes, the princesses, so forth and so on. We all went into that state of being punished by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah as a nation. Right? But it goes on to say, verse 30, but every one shall die for his own iniquity. And every man that eateth the sour grape, his teeth shall be set on edge. You see that? So here in this time, and just like it was in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, those who are doing right are going to be delivered from that, and those who are committing iniquity are going to be punished in it, man, or punished for it. That's what Abraham was inquiring about, because he was concerned about who? His nephew Lot, who he raised up in the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You see? Now it goes on to say, matter of fact, we can read all this. So it goes on to say, verse 26, and Yahweh said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare it in all the place for their sakes. Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for the lack of 5? He said, if I find 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And it just goes on and on, till he gets down to the point to where he asks about verse 32. And he said, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. This is not Abraham praying for the people of Sodom and Gomorrah. He's trying to see if his nephew is going to make it out of this destruction that he's going to bring to that area. That's all he was worried about. He wasn't praying for the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, because we just read the people of Sodom and Gomorrah were exceeding wicked before the Lord, man. Abraham is just worried about his nephew right here, because he knew that Lot was righteous, and it even tells you that. We're gonna get that next. It goes on to say, verse 33, and Yahweh went his way as soon as he had left communion with Abraham, and Abraham turned into his place. Now we jump to the next chapter, the doom of Sodom, right? Now listen, we're gonna get this real quick to show you that Lot was a righteous man, and show you what he had to endure seeing in that wicked ass place amongst those wicked ass heathen, man. Now this is Second Peter chapter 2 verse 6. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow. Why? Because they were wicked. That's what happens when you're wicked. Judgment comes upon you. See, you people have been walking in this state of fucking of pride and arrogancy, following after Esau, thinking that you can just do whatever you want to do and there's no consequence. Drinking that serpent juice of thou shalt not die. Thou shalt not surely die. And you're sadly mistaken, because all wickedness receives a punishment, man. That's why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. And we know what they were doing there. We're going to read it. And I'm going to get a verse in the GNT to show you exactly what they were committing in that area, man. And to show you that the Most High is not for that. You got all this madness going on out here in this modern world with Esau, where he's telling you that God loves all people. You can just come to the Most High however you are. Everybody's welcome. This is what the Methodist Church is pushing. That rainbow flag is just saying that the Most High is all for that, and that's not the case. The Most High doesn't change. He was never for that madness, man. He even gave us laws, you see, and told us what's supposed to happen if you catch people committing those wicked, abominable acts. We're going to get all of that, man. But 2 Peter chapter 2 goes on to say what? Verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So Sodom and Gomorrah was an example. Was supposed to be an example for all nations that came after it. You see, to see what the Most High does when you're living a perverse lifestyle, man. When you're just committing iniquity, when you're just committing wickedness, judgment comes upon you because of that. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, they didn't get the memo, man. They didn't take heed to the example, because now here in this spiritual Sodom in Egypt, as it tells you in the book of Revelation 11, they've gone and done worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And that's why this place is going to suffer the same fate as Sodom and Gomorrah before it. Let's keep reading. Verse 7 says what? And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And when you go to that word conversation, it goes into anastrophe, because there's two different words for conversation in the Greek. So this is anastrophe. It says what? Manner of life, conduct, behavior. So Lot was vexed with seeing the filthy manner of life these fucking people of Sodom and Gomorrah were living in. He was vexed. And guess what? We're in that same spirit. We're vexed with seeing the madness that you people do down here, man. And have no shame of doing. Verse 8 goes on to say, verse 8, for that righteous man, you see that? For that righteous man, so Lot was righteous, man. That's who Abraham was concerned about. His righteous nephew, who he raised up in the right way to follow the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and not to walk in the ways of the heathen. That's who Abraham was concerned about. So it says what? For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. You see that? So Lot was fucking vexed. He was pissed off. You see? But it goes on to say, verse 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust, which are the wicked, unto the day of judgment to be punished. And that's exactly what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. He delivered Lot up out of there, and he destroyed everyone else with it, including Lot's wife. You see? Now let's go back to Genesis 19. It says what? The doom of Sodom. Verse 1 says, and there came two angels. Before we get that, let me see if I got that. Yep, I got it here. Real quick. Let me get this set up. Salakia. Should have had it set up before. This is Genesis 19. The GNT. Now we're going to show you that the Most High is not for this madness that's being uplifted and propagated, especially from Babylon the Great, man, where you give these people an entire month to do wickedness. And you think the Most High just going to bat an eye at that? You think the Most High just going to wink at that like he's just cool with it? Man, let's show you what happened to these motherfuckers in Sodom and Gomorrah, man, to show you that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's track record is impeccable. The Most High does not fuck around, man. And just like the people of Sodom and Gomorrah found out, you fucking modern day Sodom and Gomorrites are gonna find out the fucking hard way, man. Just watch. All you niggas who are into that, all you bitches who are into that, all you motherfuckers who condone that shit and think it's cool, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is gonna deal with you just like he dealt with the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Just watch. Just watch. It goes on to say, Genesis 19 and 1. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. So Lot was trying to get him out of the way of danger, because Lot knew what was going to go on as the sun set and the freaks come out at night. Lot understood what the fuck was going on. So he was trying to what? Bring the angels under his safekeeping up under his roof to shield them away from that. But the angels were there to do a what? They were there for a recon mission, to take the report back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Verse 3 says what? And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young. So you had old men and young men. So you know some pedophilia going on. Probably had some catamites over there, some young boys that were used for prostitution for the older men to freak off with. It was just madness going on, man. You can guarantee it was bestiality going on. There was nothing off limits for these people of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. You see? And they say it came from every quarter with this madness, man. Verse 5 goes on to say, and they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Do you see this? So they are they're calling for Lot to bring the angels out so they can know them. Now let's get that in the GNT. What was that? Verse 5, right? So this is Genesis. We'll start at 4. Genesis 19 and 4 in the GNT. Before the guests went to bed, the men of Sodom surrounded the house. All the men of the city, both young and old, were there. They called out to Lot and asked, "Where are the men who came to stay with you tonight? Bring them out to us." That's an exclamation point. They said that shit extremely excited or intensely. You know what I'm saying? And why did they say this a lot? The men of Sodom wanted to have sex with them. You see that? They wanted to have homosexual relations with these two angels who had came in to complete their recon mission. This is why the Most High said that the men of Sodom were wicked before him. This is why the Most High said the cry of Sodom was come up unto him, because of the wickedness they were doing, man. Men wanting to have sex with men, that's off. According to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, is off, man. And there are laws for this. Now let's show you the law. Let's get Leviticus. And we'll come into this. Leviticus 20. And 13. Let's put it in red. Because that's what's gonna happen if you out here doing this shit, man. Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind as if he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And this law has not changed. Just because it's not being upheld doesn't mean that it's just being disannulled. That's why when you look amongst that community of rainbow flaggers, you see so much fucking death and disease. But you know why? Because they're receiving a recompense for their actions. They're being punished for their actions. Because the Most High is not with that. The Most High is the one that's causing the sickness and death to reign amongst the rainbow flaggers. Now they're having to take all type of prescriptions and shit to try to prolong, you see, the process. And they're still dying because the Most High is not for that, man. He wasn't for it then. He's not for it now. No matter what Esau may try to tell you. No matter what is being upheld as truth in this society, the Most High is not for it. The Most High is not for trans. He's not for pedophiles. He's not for men and women having sex with animals. He's not for men having sex with men and women having sex with... The Most High is not for none of that, man. This is why he did what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. You see? The Most High's track record is impeccable. He said he was going to destroy that place, and as we read in the story, he destroys that place. Matter of fact, let's get this in a different translation. Let's see what it says in the NLT. Leviticus 20 and 13 in the NLT. If a man practices homosexuality, having sex with another man as with a woman, both men have committed a detestable act. They must both be put to death, for they are guilty of a capital offense. The Most High is not for this shit, man. Detestable, deserving intense dislike. Like, you see that? Abominable. The Most High is not for that. That's a part of one of the Most High's laws, and the laws never change. The laws are never done away with. Even though Esau tries to tell you that they are, no, they haven't been. And the main ones who are pushing that the law is done away with are these antichrists, man. These pagan antichrist Christians, man. They're the main ones telling that the law has been done away with. But when you read in Baruch chapter 4, real quick, Baruch 4 and 1, it says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever." The law endures forever. You just have wicked rulers who are in control right now that are not upholding the ways of the Most High, but that doesn't mean that the laws are done away with. They're just not being enforced. You see? But we still see people dying at alarming rates. You know why? It's because they're receiving their punishment for their wickedness. You see? You see that rainbow flag in that whole community. They disease riddled, man. They riddled with death. That's all that shit brings forth. No life comes out of that. And the Most High has given us laws to show you what you're supposed to do to whoever's committing that wicked and abominable act. But that law is not upheld here. They say it's okay and give them a whole month to just do whatever they want to do, as if that shit is cool. The Most High is going to bring judgment upon Babylon the Great for that madness, just like he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. You see? Baruch 4:1, it says what? This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever. All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. You see that? That's just what it is. Now we go back to Genesis 19:5. It says what? And they called unto Lot and said unto him, Where are the men which came unto thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. They wanted to have sex with the angels. You see? And Lot went out of the door unto them and shut the door after him and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which I have not known man. They were virgins. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as it is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. You see, that shows you that the man is more valuable than a woman. Lot brought those men up under his roof, and he was willing to give his daughters up to the men of Sodom for them. You see, to protect the men. You see? Now it goes on to say, verse 9. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we do worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and they came near to break the door. You see that? Raging faggots, man. You see? On a homosexual rampage. Madness, demons, man. But what happened? Verse 10. But the men put forth their hand and poured Lot into the house to them and shut the door. You see? And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, so the angels blinded them, both small and great, and so that they wearied themselves to find the door. So the Most High had the angels put those, take the vision, their sight, away from them as a punishment. You see, then it goes on to say, And the man said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahweh. And Yahweh have sent us to destroy it. That's why the angels were there. You see? To complete their recon mission. And they saw exactly what they needed to see. And now at the order of Yahweh, they were going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Because of the wickedness that was going on there. And you think the angels ain't here right now recording all the wickedness that you people are upholding and exalting as if it's right? They're here now recording everything. And we're going to show you in prophecy the fate that this place known as America, which is actually Babylon the Great in the Bible, is going to suffer. It's going to suffer the same fate as Sodom and Gomorrah. Look around and tell me why would that happen? Because you people are doing the same fucking thing they were doing back then, man. You see? And you're going to suffer the same fate of what? Fire and brimstone raining down upon this place. We're going to get it. Verse 14 says what? And Lot went out and spake to his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for Yahweh will destroy this city. So Lot was in the spirit of a prophet. Before the destruction come, Lot went out there to tell his sons-in-laws. But what did they do? But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. See, we told our family the same thing. Hey, the Most High about to destroy this place. They laughed, they mocked, they scoffed. We on the highways and byways telling the world, hey, the Most High going to destroy America for all the wickedness that's going on. But what do people do? Laugh, mock, scoff, move in the spirit of unbelief, continue on in their wickedness. Think shit is a joke. But the men of the Lord have given you the warning. We've told you exactly what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has said he's going to do to this place. Now it goes on to say, verse 15. And we gave well before it happened, we told you. Just like Lot did. Genesis 19:15. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. So the angels were getting Lot out of the way of the destruction. You see? So he wouldn't be consumed with the rest of the people of Sodom and Gomorrah. Verse 16 says what? And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, and Yahweh being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. Because the Most High was doing what? He was about to bring a great destruction. And Lot said unto them, now that doesn't mean you take your ass to the mountains thinking that you're going to escape. The only way we can escape is by Yahweh Shai bringing us up into that chariot. And Lord willing, we be a part of that number to escape the wrath that the Most High is about to bring down upon America. But it goes on to say, verse 18, and Lot said unto them, O not so, my Lord. Behold now, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape hither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city, for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then Yahweh rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahweh out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the city and that which grew upon the ground. Do you see that? Just like the Most High said he would do. The Most High does not fuck around when he said he's going to do something, man. Here's another example. So why do you think the Most High would be playing around in this age telling you through his men that he's bringing in a destruction? Do you think he's not going to do it? Of course he is. He's always done it. That's why his track record is impeccable. It's flawless. You cannot go into the scriptures and find one time where the Most High didn't do exactly what he said he was going to do. Ever. Verse 26 says what? But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt because she was tied to that shit. She loved Sodom and Gomorrah, man. She loved that madness. And you nasty bitches are still in that spirit to this day. That's why you hoes be having all these fucking rainbow flag ass friends, thinking that shit is cute. Big up in that shit. You think she went that same way? Of course she was. That's why she looked back. Lot was rich, had a bunch of substance. She couldn't let it go. And that's why her ass got turned into a pillar of salt. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of you bitches here in the land of America, man. You see? Shit going to get hard. You're going to have to, bro's going to have to be on the run. All different type of shit. But guess what a lot of you women going to do? You're going to bend the knee and your ass going to be turned into not even a pillar of salt. Your ass going to be melted here. That's what's coming upon you. Now it goes on to say, verse 27. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before Yahweh. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain and beheld. And lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass when the Most High destroyed the cities of the plain that the Most High remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow when he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt. You see that? He did that on behalf of Abraham. He saved Lot up out of that destruction and destroyed the place, and there was nothing left after the destruction, man. It's the same thing that's coming here to the land of America. Let's show you. Isaiah 13. It says what? and 19. And Babylon, which is America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. You hear that? The Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone raining from the heavens. This time the fire and the brimstone is going to rain from the heavens in the form of nuclear warheads in the midst of World War III, which is fastly intensifying. You hear that? This is what's coming upon this place. And just like Sodom and Gomorrah, verse 20 says what? It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah was desolate, America's going to be desolate. Nothing's going to, no human is ever going to live in this land ever again. But what is it going to be turned into? Verse 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and the houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So the destruction of America is at hand, man. You see? And it tells you her days will not be prolonged. The Most High has put an expiration date on this place, and that time is fastly approaching. You see? That time is fastly approaching, man. And the Most High is not slack concerning his promise. If he said he's going to do it, best believe it's going to be done. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. No, it's 49. My bad. 49 and 17. Yup. Jeremiah 49 and 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. So you see how Edom and Babylon are synonymous with desolation. Because Babylon the Great is Idumea. It's the land of the Edomite. You see? That's why when you read about the desolation of Edom and the desolation of Babylon, it's talking about the same place. The land where the Edomites rule. You see their chief dwelling place, which is America. The land they're so proud of. You see? Which they got by way of rape, robbery, and murder. And now it's time for them to pay for that. And this is the judgment that the Most High saw fit to bring upon them, man. Great destruction. For what they've done to the Israelites, for the wickedness they promote from this place, hey, the Most High has a punishment waiting for them. Jeremiah 49 and 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell in it. So that's what's coming to this place. You see? And you can keep going all throughout the scriptures where the Most High talks about this great fire that's coming, this great destruction that's coming. It's coming to the land of America, just like it came to Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? For all the wickedness that's going on. Just like the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah went up into the ears of Yahweh, the cry of America, the cry of Babylon the Great has gone up. And that's why you're seeing so many so-called UFO sightings here in this land. Because the angels are down here pulling recon and taking the report back to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and the Most High is preparing this place for a great destruction, just like he said he would. You see? He said it about Sodom and Gomorrah. Hey, the same thing is about to happen to Babylon the Great, America, man. Just like the Most High has spoken. Hey, so with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Alel Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.